Alright, alright, chat. I'm starting right away. No intro needed. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna take a crack at the old G Generation Eternal, which is apparently a thing. Also, yeah, I've got it on window capture, so I shouldn't forget about the fact that if I move the window out, I've got it on window capture. So okay, so hopefully this should work. But yeah, we gon' we're gonna do some G Generation Eternal. That's right. I've played a little bit. Have we've gotten a bunch of units, so let me readjust the volume. Just ever so slightly. And yeah. Without further ado, let us begin. So yeah, G-Gen Eternal. It's a mobile port. I'm running this on BlueStacks because God knows I'm not downloading like 9 gigs of content, quote unquote, on on my phone. It's not particularly feasible, but I digress. Now let's see. Obviously this thing needs a tad bit of restructuring, so I'm gonna do exactly that. Let's see. It's gonna be a bit of a mess in my formation, but hopefully that shouldn't be an issue for too long. And you know what? Yes, I'm gonna keep sailing the Casval Gundam. That's a good idea. Right. Mobile suits from Mobile Suit Gundam. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Yeah. For the time being. Do I have any alternatives in as far as suits go? Let's see. I mean, the Gaplin's right here, but I'm not really using it yet, so alright. Let's begin then. You know, I'm gonna try and see how far can I get in this one before I eventually hit the inevitable gacha wall. So if you could do bear with me. But yeah. This side chat, how have you been? I've been a fairly busy lad. Been editing a shit ton. And whenever I wasn't, I was getting busy with other stuff. But good news is I got a little bit of respite over the span of like what, Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday I went back to working on stuff. But work I absolutely did. I got some cool stuff done now. Let's see, what's the objective? Just so that I don't get gypped out of... Alright, destroy all enemy units. Alright. I think I can do that. I can definitely do that. Kick. So Camilla's got this melee a little stronger, which... That's good. Yeah, as you can see. He's taken after his mentor, who is definitely not a Char. And yeah, let's get the methods moving. Well, it is in fact moving, but unfortunately it doesn't have much in terms of well, never mind. Then, however, it ought to do some. Let's see. Yeah, the methods ain't gonna be able to do much yet. However, the Super Gundam can. And the Super Gundam will. Like, unfortunately, this one does kind of suffer from a lot of the bigger pitfalls that gacha games fall into, but aside from that, it's not as bad as I was worried it would be. Like, there's definitely been a couple instances where I had to kind of where I rolled over where I rolled my eyes at the amount of like assorted resources slash currency that's just there to obfuscate stuff and whatnot, but it's not as bad as I was worried it would be. So there's that. Now, unfortunately, the way these stages are designed, I can't get much done, regrettably. As you can see, because I can definitely just chop those 3 gems to pieces using the G-Quack. This is my lumberjack unit, because it does one specific thing, and it does it well. Well, as you can surmise, it's just... Yeah, it is the lumberjack unit, for a reason. Because it chops and it chops. Whatever it chops, that thing just immediately drops. See? It's already supercharged. I'm gonna slap it with the cheapo skill. i.e. the back skirt whip. And from there I'll go here. Unfortunately, this is pretty much the brunt of the stage structure in this one. They're not particularly creative with it, but it's not as bad as if anyone here has played UC Engage. It's not. Fortunately, it's not that. Alright, let's see. Oh, we're not getting no latency issues, surprisingly enough. I was getting worried I would. Yeah, it's more idle game than it. Yeah, the user engage is more idle game than anything. Although, ironically, the UI for it is not streamlined enough for it to be an enjoyable, idle game. You know, Raid Shadow Gundams, it pretty much is. Um, I mean UC engage. Which is a bit ironic since it doesn't contain neither the Shadow Gundam nor the Raider Gundam. But I digress. However, let's see. Okay, Ducky can't really help me much, but well, Ducky's the name I made up. Well, the name I shamelessly stole from a buddy of mine. It was like, yeah, I'll eventually watch G-Quacks. But yeah, let's get this one. I mean, it should be a two-wave thing. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't, so. Let's do Sharfing for a little bit. And clearly I don't have the movement range. But what I do have is an Exia EX. Alright. Should be a guaranteed one-shot. I can even play it for a little bit. Oh, sup, Shower Reasonable Place. The only gacha I remember playing was Mega Man X Staff. Haven't heard of it. Oh, I mean, if you turn on auto mode, this game becomes an idle game too. Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I kind of hate the thought of playing a G generation game that way, even if it's a piece of phone slop. Unfortunately. Also, it's a bit surprising that I got a part that I went out of my way to research. So that frustrating, admittedly, but it's not too bad. Now, here we go. I'm not sure when's the reset for the day, so I'll probably have to check. I'm gonna do collect all. Is there any character requests that I can? Oh, 30 minutes until refresh. Right. Oh yeah. Here's the Casval's Gundam in all of its beauty. It's neat. It looks neat, don't it? Alright. But yeah, if you want to see my current mobile suit collection, here it is. It's mostly just, random stuff I got off of rolls. And, the byproducts of me messing with the big research plan mechanic. Which, in all honesty, it kind of reminds me of the whatchamacallit. If you ever played any of the handheld G-Gen games, it's kind of like that. Oddly enough. Yeah, let's take a peek. What can we mess with? Now, there's the gap flea. I could get in on the prototype Cubalay early. Which I think that'd be a good call. How much stuff do I have to get for this one? Ah, yeah. Cubalay Technical Journal. I'm guessing this one doesn't require me to get the development material yet. About this one doesn't either. Interesting. About this one, should be, yeah, more development material. There's the bound dock. And there's, oh yeah, Mobius 0 is an R, but the Dortress command Bing and SR still bothers me. Yeah, it does get weird. I'm hoping that at some point they start revising like the mobile suit rosters, because they're not being a Phantoma for Neo Japan is just weird. Like there's a full-on dev tree for the fucking Death Army. So you can see you got the Death Army, you got the Death Beast, and I've seen I had seen the whatchamacallit, the Nether Gundam appear in the drops, I think, but it's simply not there. It's like, look, I can, no, not here. Yeah, gallery. If I go into the gallery and I go into the unit database, database filter off, filter by series. I wanna, show me just, I wanna see these, but just out of curiosity. Oh, the Bellmaster, so the Mark III is in, but that's cool. But what I wanted to see was if I go into the Donde está Kido Budeuten G Gundam? Okay. So you can see there's the Nether Gundam. It's listed as a Hurricane Gundam, which is disgusting. Who the fuck would localize it that way? Some sort of a hack fraud, certainly. We didn't get the Tequila Gundam yet. Yet there's like two damn variants of oh yeah, Dark Gundam first. It's not even listed as Devil Gundam. What the hell? And one thing I do approve of is the G-Gen originals getting like fresher sprites, like see this mass production Big Zam or this Proto Cubile or this Gym Juggler or this HMC, HAC, Gross Bale, a Bine Nix. It's a bit of a shame though that they only added the Striker custom and the Gym Guard custom from the Bonds of the Bell. Well, technically from Harmony of Gundam, later Bonds of the Battlefield. But I digress. On the thing of, let's see, I wanna. MSD, MSX Mobile Suit Variation. I'm curious about a bunch of stuff. Oh, Lost War Chronicles? Let me guess. They'll probably just add a bunch and say that they added some. 'Cause that's what they usually do with these. Oh, there's Flamo Kyoshiro. Interesting. And the X-Verse, I'm guessing, it's, based on the, Yeah, there's gonna be an Extreme Gundam, I'd wager. Alright, so from the Flamo Kyoshiro, there's the Red Warrior. And from the X-Verse, there's just the Extreme Gundam. There's only the Butala and the X1. It's a bit of a shame. This unit I definitely want to get the D Gundam first because it's really cool. Yeah, Lost War Chronic. You can't have nethers in America. Why? What's wrong? Oh no, the nether got region locked. Oh no. Yeah, AK just the Gil. Probably. Let me check. Like, if they jip me out of the Gilgu ground tap, I'm gonna be pissed. But both the Hidolfer and the other one, those are there. The Blue Destiny Unit 1 exam is there. The Gym Dominance is there from the 2015 manga, which, funnily enough, that's what I got in one of my earlier attempts to get a draw, but unfortunately I had to reinstall the game and it kinda erased all my data from a previous attempt, so there's that. Also, unfortunately, Sev, this time, no. We don't even get the Gelgoog thing. The Gelgoog ground type. The old Rikusen Gata Gerugugu. We don't even get that one. Like, to say that we've been gypped is what do we call it? A major fucking understatement, that's what we call it. Oh, man. Like, at the very least, I'm glad they did add some of the nicher stuff, but still. Sheesh. Alright. Let's see. Striker Custom EX, that's the only one that comes from Katana. It's here. Apparently no G-lines, only the Nacht. Johnny Ryden's Gelgoog Haimo. And that is surprisingly just about it for the MSVR. Oh, there's a bunch more. The Gym Night Seeker, the Gym Intercept Custom, Shinmatsu Nagasaku, Haimo Ground Tap, the got Haimo Gato, the Ganios, the Goof Vijayanta, the Luna Tank, the Big Ran, not the Big Ran, the Big Roof, the Brarello. From the F90, we only get the F90. No Oldsmobile suits here, unfortunately. We got the Yuma Gapland, that's about it. Let's see, is there any things from the MSD series? That's the question. Alright, so it appears that there's no Zaku Mariner. Bummer. No Zeta Head Zaku. I mean, no Zaku Head Zeta. That's another minor disappointment. We got the Gym Intercept Custom, the standard one. Okay, that's the only mobile suit for that series. Damn, that's I hate to say it, but I'm starting to. We can reuse the model from the 08 MS team and sell it off as Lost War Chronicles boat. That gotcha. Yep. A ground gunner with an MG clearly needs that in the game. Like I think what they're currently like trying to go for is that they're gonna cast their net as wide as possible to be like, okay, let's add a bunch of like occasional niche stuff. Oh, there's the Gundam ground type from 08 MS team. Oh, for shame. That just that, but yeah. So far, the way I see it, they're probably going in that direction. They're really leaning into that general skill of thought. And they're doing so pretty hard. It appears that there's no CCA campaign. Which, alright, let me check one thing. I need to know this. But before that, I gotta grab a couple things. Yes. What I am hoping for is, alright, let's reset the filter. Filter by series. I just want to know what mobile suits do I get to see from Char's counterattack. You know what? Let's pop in turn 8. Freedom. Evolve. Bellmaster. There's nothing from 00F, so there's no fun Spock. Bummer. Come to think of it, I'm pretty curious as to whether they added the added the added Ashmar the Ashmar that there's the stripes, the Fetty colors one. But let's see. So from side stories, there's only the Pale Rider and the Zaku Bishop. Interesting. DR1 Hazel on the Advance of Zayd. Okay, Hazel Ra, Proto Ashmar, Hyrule Unit 1. That's about it. The only unit from Zeta Define is the Zero Shiki. There's the Z2, MP Zeta, Yakushikai, Mach Free, Nemo Free. That's about it for the Zeta MSV. But there's the Zeta Gundam 3. I mean 3A technically, but apparently, well, there's the Red Zeta on the development thing. So at least there's that. Although this one's the Green Divers one, so that's why it's all listed there. Yeah, let's see, Green Divers. But if I popped in Gundam Evolve, it would probably it would show off the the freebie as the one, and there's a Red Zeta in the secret unit category on the when you max out the Zeta tree, I think. But yeah, you get the S Gundam and the Zeku Lines, and that's about it. There's the new Gundam, the Sazabi, Thurne, Armadillo, the Wadom. No Capules? Okay, interesting. And only the Rising Freedom Gundam. Shame. But I guess there's the guy from the from GX, so it can't be all that bad. But yeah, the two campaigns that I have currently here are the Seed ones and the Zeta. Well, Zeta new translation because, well, I think that at this point they're kind of. Oh, I see. I have to get like full completion for it to. Bummer. Or it to count, but anyways. Well, let us try some sneed and feed. $70K. Okay, that's seems usable. I bullshit around with this one. It will kind of gimp the synergies because it goes by the number, and that's in this case it doesn't really work particularly well. That's one thing I kind of noticed. The auto thing doesn't really take those things into consideration. So if you have a perfectly functioning combo thing, it might just skip them. Train info amphibious. Let's see, do I have any resources to blow on upgrades? I could just move Seabook here a couple levels. Just for shits and giggles. It's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5. That ought to move the scale up a little bit. Oh yeah, and Eddie should probably get some upgrades. 24, 25. No Fred Pixie, yeah. Do you have me unlocked yet? As a matter of fact, yes I do. Though not in this one, but if I were to scroll down here, yeah, there's the 1 year war shower reasonable and Quattro. It's just that I've been spending the vast majority of my coins on mobile suit unlocks. But I have sale on the Char Gundam, so it's you know, you're getting a decent approximation, I'd say. If that counts. Let's see. It's dead unpolished, I mean... Why's moving this one? Why is this guy not using a din? I know some that he can use, but oh well. I mean, it's on me. I used auto form, so you should get me and Garma onto the playable teams just instead of just counting, just saying. I mean, sure could, but what I want to do first is to max out the production trees, because it's like, I don't know. Can't really be bothered about, you know, whole maxing out the pilot roster thing, because, you know, then I'd have to grind for silly things. Alright, I got the goon. Yep. No more gooning for you. Shot. And yeah, the triple chance step is a really nice thing. Although one thing I find kind of weird is that, you know, with enough mobility you can pretty much do this, right? You go in, and if I had a little more range, I could probably, you know what, let's put high speed. Let's use the skill MP up level 4. And just like that, I will have one-shotted any of these mobile suits. Using just this one. Oh, you're gonna defend, that's... Well, I mean, this is definitely one of the more leveled up units. Because clearly Skygrasper is better than I did. Hey, so why you gotta diss my bird like that? He's just a fly guy! Why must you do him like that? Oh, poor fella. But yeah, that should take you out. Dirka? Which means... Which means John Crossbone is on the case. And appears that I cannot go low enough, fast enough. However, I have amassed quite a number of mobile suits. So, at the very least, that should get Efren to engage. When he does so, he's going down. So, at least there's that. Oh yeah, and the burb gets kicked. You know, at some point, I hope that at some point they just repurpose they do repurpose the assets for an actual game, not just, you know, this thing that they probably did as a contract job, which I mean could be worse, you know. So like, still, and as far as mobile ports for GGN games, they could have gone much worse, and they definitely did in the past, but honestly, at least they didn't fumble the bag as much as UC Engage. That one's... The state of that one's pretty much inexcusable. I did get the Saigo Deep Arms though. It's a really cool mobile suit. Although I personally would have preferred the Quasar. It's not in this one, unfortunately. There's nothing from Seed Destiny in here either, so. Let's let us freedom. This one's a surprisingly early unlock, all things considered. It's a bit of a bummer though that if I think I have a plan. Shit, I think I do. Because if I can pop the boost range, Dual Gundam's gonna get it. It's gonna be this one. Because I still need some energy surplus to hit them with the big beam map attack. There's gonna be that. Fortunately, there's the baby Gelgoog, also known as Gwaze. I like the Gwaze. Although, as I have noticed, there is a bit of a downside to it. Because apparently only the commander type got the animation for the anchors. At least from what I've seen currently. bit infuriating, but, what can you do? Zap him. Could have made the OC engage too. Please don't. Please do not call such wretched things upon this world. I mean, they already repurposed everything from Gen Genesis and Cross. I mean, you're not wrong. Honestly, here's the thing. There's been definitely some assets that got moved from Cross Race Genesis, partially from G-Gen Wars and whatnot. So you could make the case for some instances of asset recycling taking place. I'm just hoping that the things that they made specifically for the game, they're gonna hold on to it, and that there's gonna be a G-Gen game with a PC port, preferably a good PC port. And I'm gonna be reaping the benefits of it when that comes to pass. But until then, this is just wishful thinking on my part, unfortunately. Let's go unit restoration, followed by unit eradication. Oh shit, that's not... It's not really damage, if you get what I mean. Still rather pitiful numbers. But... see if I can get a beat on these guys. I can definitely do this. At least I get to show, oh. What a sore loser. He's forcing me to use the big move because he would have blocked the Trans Am move. Alright. Let us go red. And as such, 3 times the normal Sneed! There you go. Because I definitely want to see Double Fake Maker return. And if it takes this game a couple updates before they move it behind, behind the shed and unceremoniously euthanize it, I'd like to see, I'd like to see some asset rips. I'd like to see, a new G-Gen installment that is not on mobile. That gets a PC port just like Cross Race did. But, again, wishful thinking, chat. Anyways, let's do the big dammy move. Because apparently you cannot fire the railguns on their own anymore. You have to use like 3 or 4 slots for the attacks, which, I mean, understandable. It's a small mobile, well, relatively small mobile game. Not counting the 9 gigs of download data, but yeah. Actually, I should be able to use the Astray, I think? The date has been... Shit, I missed out on the... This band, you aren't getting a good PC port. Yeah, unfortunately so. Oh, so, see, it, changes the date this early? It's barely 6 p.m., holy shit. But, okay, it's saying connecting. So, let's hope for the best. God knows we're not getting the best. Hmm. I'd say it's a tad frustrating to see you know, the vast majority of the roster being kind of cordoned off like that. But oh well. All right. All right. Fine. This is good enough. What is this pop up? I don't want it. Now, that's the notice thing. Give me the option to close the game. Oh yeah, let's grab the free things from the free thing basket. Purchase from the shop, missions. Claim all because, of course. Okay, what does this guy want? Gun tank. Okay, this guy wants a gun tank, this guy gets a gun tank. No, he's saying the same... That's funny, he's saying the same quote, it's just the subtitles that get changed. Oh, give me money, wow. Very, very straightforward game. I get where you're going with this. But let's see, base. There should be stage upgrade stages. That's a good spot to focus on. But first, okay, what's this? This is where you capture goons. Interesting. But I think I'm gonna use the skip ones. This. If I play my cards right, I should amass quite a bit of dosh. Made up dosh, but still. Oh, I got 2 Mephises. What's a plural for a Mephis? Oh no. That's down to 58. Let's see, I can't use any of the flying ones. Oh hey, Freedom Gundam! Oh well. This'll have to do. So that I can sortie it all. Should be an air stage or something. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for the HG Estratia Type F to arrive so I can start working on that first episode of second season of my convoluted thing. Well, best of luck, share a reasonable place. It Hoping that works out for you. Admittedly, I haven't had much time to get those creative chops in myself, but I'm kind of in the middle of making a scripted video for the channel, so I'm definitely not stopping in that department. And well, yeah, things are moving. Despite this being a somewhat slow, you know, slow time period where I okay, let's see. 'Cause I don't like this. It's mostly because let's see. I can't just one-shot the Gapland. Of course, John Crossbone is getting most of the mileage in. Okay. Alright, the Donut Man's getting in. Alright. I think this should work. I'm gonna chop this. Yeah. Should be easy pickings for the G Quack. Or the G Cook, whichever you prefer. I'm at max. Which means Buran Blue Torch is Buran blown up. After that, Exia 7 Sordo! There you go. You go with the physical blades, beam. And just like that, I created a human pincushion. And yeah, this one's been shanked, so let's see if I pop the full burst mode right now. That's one zap here. Oh, it just does its thing. Good. Yep, happily got that done. And now, oh, can I not do the other funky thing? That's a bummer. I don't even get the claw attack. I mean, it's a gap flea. I'm supposed to do the gap flea thing as a gap flea. Is this game good? Great question, KOA in the chat. It's alright, so This game honestly feels like a blend between G Generation Advance, and as far as like the ability gimmicks go, and and the G Generation Genesis. But unfortunately, your game experience will be heavily, and I mean heavily degraded by it being a gacha. Unfortunately, that is how it currently is. A decent chunk of the roster is pretty much exclusive to these gacha draws, so you can't just grind them out. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain. So if you want a fully fledged, uh, well done G generation experience, you should probably look into emulation. Not gonna lie, but hmm, yeah, that should be your best bet, honestly. You know, but overall, and as far as Gundam mobile games go, it's not the worst, but I haven't played this one as much. So if there is the eventual part when you hit the eventual gacha wall and things start being that fucky, that is unfortunately to be expected. Like if you want a Gundam game that has a lot of that's in oh, you love Genesis, that's cool. If you want a game that's kind of like Genesis, but it's doing a it's got a lot more mobile suits to play around with. You should try the game G Generation Overworld on the PSP emulator. It's apparently there's been a patch going around for it, which pretty much just translates the entirety of the menus and whatnot. So I thoroughly recommend that one. If you can kind of grit and bear the entry barrier of the JP menus, I would recommend some of the older titles such as G Generation F, G Generation Mono Guns, and those, but those, they're good, but there's caveats to them. Like you will definitely notice some quality of life things that you're used to in G Generation Genesis not being there. Although speaking of the PSP ports, there's the G Generation Portable, which that one's alright. But what I wanted to focus a little more is the fact that G Generation Portable is it's kind of like a more polished G Generation F. If if you want kind of the old style G Generation games, the thanks YH, I emulate it on my phone. It's good. Like as stated, G-Gen Portable. It is in Japanese, however, it has a decent chunk of units from G-Gen F, and it is fairly fun. But unfortunately, though, if there's a if there is a downside to be named about G Generation Portable, it's probably the fact that it is in Japanese. It uses the Haro point system that everybody hated in G Generation Spirits, but that one fortunately is not tied to unlocks anymore, only to your initial income, so there's that to keep in mind, but other than that, it's alright, you know. Can't really go wrong with that one. So yeah. As for this one, you know, G Generation Eternal, I like the additions to the roster. I like the fact that there's now, you know, more modern style sprites to some of the models that didn't have them yet. But at the same time, there's definitely gaps in the roster, and the quality of gameplay has been, I guess, tangibly degraded for the sake of it being a mobile port with mobile monetization. But it's not bad. It's alright. It's probably probably the best approximation to as to like whether it's any good. It's decent. It's like not so good I could play it for days like some other G generation titles, but not. What's your favorite SDG gen in the series? It's another good one. Because I kinda enjoyed the Mono Eye Gundams, but that one does kinda. It's pretty much just get a beat with additional quality of life gimmicks, and I don't really like the gameplay of the handheld ones, like the Wonder Swan ones, as much. But that one was fun. Honestly, my favorites probably could be G Generation F, Genesis, and either Overworld or Spirits. Even despite the horrible unlock system that's in G Gen Spirits. Especially considering that G Gen Spirits has a really good gallery mode. You can rip the mobile suit, well, the pilot quotes quite easily from it, so that's definitely a plus. And it features a bunch of mobile suits that aren't seen in the later entries, which is quite a plus in my opinion. I had a good time with G Generation Cross Race, but at the same time I'm more of a UC guy, so I didn't find many units that would be as pleasing to the eye. Although I do like my grunts, even on the AU side. You know, I call the Gways from Seed the baby Gelgoog because it honestly feels like a baby Gelgoog, and it operates like a baby Gelgoog. And it has the cool ass hip anchors, which I really like. Because it's a simply an effective weapon. Which seems to be getting a lot of seems to be getting a lot more love in games than on screen. But it's pretty good nonetheless. Alright, what's the objective in this one? Victory conditions. Kill all enemy units. Okay. So you're saying there's not gonna be any incursions on the... Alright, that's good to know. If that's the case, I'm gonna be moving my units down here. Like here. Pop the high speed thing on the Exia. And oh yeah, I've got the HP support. And should fix up the Memphis. There's only one of these, since in this one if you've played the Cross Race, you might recognize some of the gimmicks seen in this one. Because Cross Race had sort of a shipless way to use your formation, which is made a slight return in this one, I dare say. So that ought to get used to, but you know, not a bad change. It's just that, you know, it's definitely a bit of a thing to get used to. Definitely. And yet, EX animation on a lot of the suits just goes hard, which I really like. Especially on the Crumbs bone, for example. It was like, yes, I had awakened and I had chosen violence. Okay. Got the Zaprozamia. And the way it's looking, I might. No. At least this is still some semblance of cover, so if I use a movement thing, oh yeah, I should be able to hit the gap flat with the. I'm still a novice in this game. In these games, oh yeah, Crossrays has made me discovered Gundam now. I have watched almost all the UC anime. Nice. Still a novice in these games, but from what I have seen, the Spirits and Genesis are different. One includes Victory and the other Unicorn. Yeah, the Spirits is from 2006, 2007, I think. And as such, you get all of late UC stuff. Since, you even get like Skullheart since Skullheart is from like 2004. So there's definitely a lot of cool stuff to go around. Hmm. As for the Genesis, you know, that one definitely leans a lot more into the 1 Year War side stories, as you might have seen, which is definitely not a bad direction to go into, but there's some slight downsides to the fact that you only get some stuff. Like, you don't go past heavyweight in Genesis, but you get a slight adaptation of what's the name of it? You do get a slight adaptation of I think it was side stories missing link. You get a designated Rise from the Ashes campaign, which you didn't get in Spirits. Same goes for Zionic Front, so there's been some things that have been given in that one, and some things that have been taken. You know, bit of a tit for tat situation. You know, you don't completely lose out on stuff. You get some more, but different. Also, as an aside, I do these streams where I play video. Some of them like Gundam related, some of them not. I do them fairly regularly. I do post about Gundam video quite frequently over on the Shirtlate server, which I've made. So if you have Discord, you could hop in there. There's a lot of video posting. It's in the pinned message in the chat. Should be a lot more diligent about posting these up before the stream. But I digress. Let's see. Clear any stage with combat power of 9 TK or higher, excluding boosts. Yeah, I can do that. But what I should do then is... Oh yeah, I have accrued some unit assembly tickets, so how's the phrase go? Chat, let's go gambling! Dang it! But yeah, this is the gacha part of the mobile gacha G generation. It's not as bad as Frontier or G Generation Touch or those, so yeah, at least there's that. I got 3 of them, and there's the Gundam shot. Got a Zeta Gundam 3A, cool. The Death Army, the Terran Ground Type, and the Gem Juggler, hell yeah! Love me some Gem Juggler. Though I'm aware that the way I spell it makes it sound like Gem Jugular. It's like I'm talking about art. It's like I'm talking about arteries instead of, you know, walking artillery. Well, walking artillery in the sense that, well, it's got balls in its shoulders and it does balls with shoulder things stuff. Yeah, let us get some coins. Coins are nice. I'm just gonna do quick skip so that I can, you know, spend some time on doing other stuff afterwards. But yeah, these upgrade stages are pretty much the hero stages from. Oh yeah, Zeta 3 seems cool, and it is like once I'm done messing around with this game, which will probably be in a bit, since I'm gonna, you know, try and make some mobile suits, and that should be about it. I can boot up the PSP emulator and open up some Gundam Assault Survive, because that one's got a really, and I mean a really cool iteration of that suit. The 3A, I mean. And that's special attack. It's a bit of a, I guess, an homage to. If you've seen Gundam Wing, you know that scene where Wing Zero just starts twirling with its guns. That one. It does that thing. It's absolutely glorious. Let's see. Get an Ashmar. Ashmar, okay. There you go. I should have a decent amount of resources so I can get some progress on this route and get some Shirako mobile suits. There you go, Bolinoak Samon, Palace Athena. But yeah, it does the gun twirl thing, which is really cool. And yeah, these need the data things, which is a bit of a bummer. This one needs the data material as well, but once I get that, that should be just enough for the Zeta. I could make a Mark II AUG. So that I can make the flying armor next. And yeah, this is where a lot of branching will happen. Because I need to make two types of the 105 dagger. So I'm gonna get one again. The strike dagger. Level it up. Turn it into the 105. I want to make the gun barrel dagger. I'm gonna hope that there's gonna be a gun barrel strike Gundam added in one of the next updates. There's my copium. That is my enormous aspirational copium. Like, yeah, I still haven't finished it. Oh, Gundam Battle Universe and Gundam Assault Survive and Seed Battle Destiny are my favorite. Ooh, nice! You heard of the remaster? I'm looking forward to that one, like a lot. Also, Sub Hyena Mage. Doing some G Generation Eternal. Trying to fast track my way towards the gun barrel striker, and trying to burn through the money that was given to me by the game at a rather alarming rate. There we go. Gun barrel dagger. Here I go gun barreling. Also, I've got some good news for Seb. As you can... okay. As you may see, I have made a decent amount of progress towards the Providence Gundam. So yes, things are getting worked on in that department as well. There's the Baku. I should just grab that one. I'm a bit curious in as far as there we go. There's the sniper gen. It's a Blitz, Buster, Aegis, Justice. Yep. Let's see what other stuff. This should be a dual dagger, dual Gundam. Is that a dual? No, that's a Buster dagger. This one's a dual dagger. This one's the dual dagger for Destra. Sounds about right. By some weird leap of logic, it turns into the Raider Gundam. These are the Forbidden and the Calamity. And let's see. If I were to make another Skygrasper, I could get a couple more packs. But here's where the problem arises. I need to get a bunch of other variants just to get, well, I need to get both the Astray and the Strike Dagger to get the Strike Gundam, from which I can then make the free guns with the Striker packs, after which I have to explicitly wait for a specific stage. Let's see. It's from the Seed Heart Stage 1. Well, damn. Seems to be a pattern here. A pattern which I don't seem to like. But what I can absolutely do is to get a bunch of new stuff. There's gonna be getting the orange dog. And alright. I can eventually get the dual Gundam Soul Shroud. That should do some. We have the Snodden gen. And how much stuff do I need for this one? Yeah, that's the Buster Gundam. So, chat, what should I go for? The Sniping Gen, the Buster Gundam, or more dagger variants? Or should I try and make an L Striker? Which, yeah, I don't think I can afford so. Let's probably stick to the ZF 3. You know what? I think, if I recall correctly, Ultronimus, one of the dudes who watches the channel, said he really likes the Buster, so there you go. He has a treat for you. But yeah, I think that's probably the most I can do at the moment. So, as such, I'm gonna do a little bit of supplementing because I wanted to show off the Zeta 3A. So far, Sita and Sea Destiny are the only ones I watched from AU. I don't know why it gets so much hate. Probably one of the best I have watched in the Gundam series. Music is good, story, etc. Look, I think, like, I'm one of the people that kind of takes a degree of umbrage with that bunch, but that's mostly frustration from Kira Yamato. He's definitely not easy to enjoy. Definitely not easy to enjoy. Since like a lot of his victories feel like two-dimensional, and frankly, I don't know. It's like I do like I do like a bunch of stories and characters from the Seed universe. I kind of enjoyed Jean from that one, but at the same time, there's just some things that I can't really get myself to enjoy. One of which being the sort of the use of the phase shift armor. That one's I don't like the phase shift armor on the. Let me adjust the volume. The reason I'm not a big fan of the phase shift armor, at least in as far as like its implementation goes, is that, you know, with a lot of other Gundam series, you get a lot of impact to hits. You know, it's like, you know, even if your mobile suit doesn't get destroyed by, I don't know, an explosion or something, you still feel that explosion. You know, if you've seen like the second opening to Zeta Gundam, where Mach 2 just, you know, tanks that missile and moves the rest of the shield that got completely vaporized aside. You know, it definitely feels like an impact. You know, it's not like one of those things where, you know, if you've seen anything shown in adjacent where, you know, main character charges up a big explodey ball, throws it at the enemy doesn't die. And there's not. Anyways, here we go. I did the Gundam wing thing. I don't know, it feels a lot more hollow, and I don't know, very impactless. I don't know. Like, with people's opinion on Gundam shows, you'll find like 3 different people. If you ask 3 different people, you're gonna get 5 different opinions. So it's not really something to get worked up over. Like, I really don't like the vegans in Gun Mage. I think that the plot kind of led them off way too easily, considering what they did. But some people are fine with that, you know, and that's their prerogative. I don't like the super flashy designs of like in Gundam Build series. Yet I know some people that absolutely dig it. Zeta was peaky, you see. I also like Trey. Nico! Yeah, One thing I gotta give to Seed though is that the Mirage Colloid system, especially with how it's implemented in some of the games, it's really cool. I really like that one. And despite like the rather poor job on occasion you might see from the dub actors, I, that bit where it was like Nico was just 15 and he loved to play the piano, that always got me like. And it's very funny, though, not in the tragic sense. That, unintended comedy, I suppose. Sort of thing. But yeah, let's see. We're gonna do some seed. Oh yeah, I can play a triple threat Yamato. I can play the Guaze. Or, let's see, do I have... I mean, I have all the units, so it's not really a question of whether I have them. It's just whether I can find them in time. Yeah, I can definitely switch to... Damn, there's no Nicole. Yeah, I just remembered. There's no Nicole in this one. It's a bit weird, but alright. Also, it's funny that, this is a space stage and it lets me run ground stuff. But it doesn't let me run the dogs, so I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I'm gonna it like this. Gonna do the ballroom. Phase shift doesn't really add much to the story either, so probably more like, yeah. And then in Battle Destiny, phase shift gets turned off as soon as you look at them funny with ballistic weapons. Yeah, but and phase shift is poorly handled in this game. I know, and that's kind of the funny part of playing this one. Let's say the fact that it is hilariously poorly executed in this one. It's like in this one, the phase shift armor kind of operates like an eye field, but for organ shots. Like, obviously you can't break through with a machine gun that easily. And then there's, as stated, Battle Destiny, which just goes ham. Also, if I just doze off and do nothing for like a little bit, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. Yeah, well, that didn't work. But yeah, this iteration of the Blitz lets you go invisible once you don't... If you don't fight for a little bit. Which it's probably gonna take a little bit to proc, but also you can go... You can do the Shank combo, then you disappear. There's that. Also, there's the Archangel. Oh, Launcher Strike. How about get launched into Oblivion Strike? With how many special attacks I'll be planning on this guy. Oh, enjoy the Lawn Dart. There you go, he got blended. As you can see, the phase shift in this one is rather anime accurate. Let's just put it that way. The only thing that's not really accounted for is the it decreasing over time. Although it does increase over time, so I would argue that it's been buffed a little bit. But, just a little bit. Just a little bit of phase shift buff as a treat. Although arguably, it has been balanced by the fact that getting it as a part is a pain and a half because it's pretty damn expensive. So there's only a few things stopping you from going absolutely ham. Anyways. Oh. Moose still around. Not for long. Yeah, if I were to run the blitz in this one, like that, probably used it with a coordinator, so probably Efren. There you go, I'm invisible. So yeah, it has the invisibility gimmick, which surprisingly enough, it's pretty much just your standard market variety stealth. Also, if you want to see something nuts, if you go into I don't know, something it's more high spec. Let's just go. Let's just run the Famitsu Fortress. Because that... Or, you know what? This one. But instead of like a Rigazi or something like that, I'm just gonna use a Victory 2 Assault Buster with a phase shift armor. Or I could, alternatively use the TPS armor, and given that I have a specific unlock, I can pretty much do this. I can run a custom character. Look at this. This here is what I'd like to call a ridiculous amount of defense. Because if I run straight into spot where there's enemies, look at them. They're gonna try and shoot me, but I have my funky eye field, so I don't feel a thing. They try to shoot me with physical weapons, I don't feel a thing. And I can just shred them with Vulcans alone. That's the power of it. Sorry, Resin, you gotta go. Yeah, the endgame upgrades do get wonky. Super Robot Punch. Was having so much fun with this game. Gunman Assault Survive, or the one that I've played earlier. The just Fort Rel. It's just... Oh yeah, Gunman Assault Survive then. It's a fun game. Recharges in the game, clearly accurate. The Zaku ones, I don't care if you are don't care if you are invisible. Yeah. Play as Desert Zaku in the desert map with transition stages to get invisible jets. Oh, invisible jet skis. Oh yeah, I know those. But if you upgrade V2AB, you can go up to 10k HP. I know that too. Nice catch. I've uh, I've labbed this thing to death. There's a reason why there's like 250 hours of playtime. But thanks for the insights, chaps in the chat. But yeah, I know of the jet skiing boys too. Although, for those not playing the home game, and as far as the jet ski things go, if you run certain mobile suits, like the Jim Kai Desert Deployment, the Desert Zaku, the Blue Desert Zaku, the Desert Gelgoog. Well, not the Desert Gelgoog, it is specifically the Blue Team Gelgoog. And also the Masai Gelgoog. You get a nice little hover bonus. Which you shall see promptly. Also, yes, you can use select to skip the introduction. But, yeah, as you can see, I got sand skis. Now, if I don't... Yeah. As you can see, the Gelgoog sliding, the Jim Kai is sliding. Because the Desert Deployment Jim Kai is pretty fast in sand. You know, one thing that's a bit of a bummer is that because of like, I don't know, reasons, there haven't been any given. Probably the vast increase in roster size, I'm guessing. They didn't put too much stages in the various campaigns. Which, if you don't have the uncapped things unlocked like I do, it's probably gonna take a while before you can run all units on most stages as opposed to specific ones. But yeah, I really enjoy running on sand, especially when you can either sandproof or you can you know, do some other wonky additions. You know, increase the balancer stat. With that, you can go bonkers. You can clearly see how much wonkiness has been allowed by just letting me use the Desert Zaku with fairly little modification, oddly enough. Another cool min-maxing thing you can do is to put the highest tier radar part you can find on a Dagi Iris or Dagi Iris, and it just lets you see the entirety of the enemy on the map. That's pretty much what it does. Because the Dagi, the Dagi Iris is a mobile suit that has the highest recorded radar stat in the game. Use the cheat to unlock the entire roster to be playable everywhere. I mean, yeah, you can get that one. Plays the Why is the aggressive streamer just a spite char? Okay. Alright, I think that's gonna be the aggressive run is gonna be probably the last thing I do this stream because I've got things to work on afterwards. But yeah, we shall engage in some spider hijinks. I I will be definitely down for that. Just a spite shot. I mean, I can select. I can have them all be Incy Wincy spiders. There you go. One spider, second spider, and let's use this one, which is just enact custom. Oh, enact custom aggressor type, not the aggressor. It's a love child of an Adzam and a Huntsman spider, which you can see from the spindly little legs and the whoop fields. Just keep peering. Of course, it has the flying mode. Just like any proper combination of the Absolus 2 and a Big Rose should have. But I digress. Whoop. Of course, there's the Plasma Cannon too. Also known as the Laser Pointer. Hey, yeah. You can see I can just zip these unfortunate miscreants out of existence, thanks to the power of the spoiler. Aggressor man does whatever the aggressor can. Spins a web, any size. Surprisingly, it also catches flies. Look out! Here comes the aggressor man. Oh! I've got a nice little spin animation for that. Nice. Now spam its dash melee and win the video game. Spider Piss Laser. No, dash melee's done. I am very sad. Do not worry. Okay. Just for that, I'm doing the dash melee. Okay. Okay, that was satisfying, right? So you have given me dopamine. I did not know. I did in fact not know that the dash melee for this one's gonna be like this wonky. Kinda reminds me of the Super 8 from Cyberbots. If any of y'all have seen that one. There's the stab. And of course, there's the octopus thing. Oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely a fun fun iteration of the aggressor. Oh, Patrick thought it was over. Not for long. Better than his default melee. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. With that done, it also has the default alien for the. Oh yeah, the giant a launch box. Well, a launch box, Miss Launcher. Yeah, I know of that one. I fought that one in versus, and I grew to like that one. But yeah, I'm gonna see myself out. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. You know, before I go for dinner and you know get back to my errands. You know, it's been a fun one, and as such, I shall see you later. Shirtled signing out. Oh yeah.